thought. Yeah. So I call upon the sisters Melora and Sahin, the goddess
Melora,
Laura. And what's the other one?
Hainanin.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What
The
happened?
Hainanin.
I had lost you
Sahanine.
there.
Oh, sorry. So I'm calling right now upon my goddesses Melora
Did you take
and
my sword?
Sahini. No,
Okay.
no, but bring that closer though, because it's the shine is glowing more towards me.
Whoa.
And as I'm calling upon the gods who are sisters, I ask for them to spare my Nakama and for him to come back to me and to help fend with this attempt to bring him back. And I'm like crying as well. I'm not gonna produce said tears.
So,
Yes, you will.
so as you're pleading to the goddesses, you didn't notice this before, but after the storm has passed and the clouds begin to roll out, the moon is shining behind them. It's not a full moon, it's a crescent moon. And you look up to the moon as you're pleading your case for Nakama to stay and to come back to you. And this glow appears around it in this faint blue light.
I must do what I must.
And you hear, audibly for you, but nobody else is able to perceive this, my sentinel is coming back to me. Find a way to bring him back to you.
Can I communicate with her?
Out,
Do I know which god is? Okay, sorry.
Seek out the myth. He will help you.
The myth?
And as you are beginning to try and respond to that, the aura around the moon dissipates. And it's just the moonlight shining through as a cloud covers it. And the moon goes hidden for the rest of the morning.
Okay. But you said myth or mist?
Myth. MYTH. Myth.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Luke Dash interjects.
Sven is able to.
Luke
Go ahead,
Dash
Luke Dash.
interjects. He goes, "Wait a second. A tear. Your eyes went blue when you did that one spell on yourself."
Oh, did your eyes go blue too?
No.
Oh.
God. Am I wrong?
I
Dash
cast
is also colorblind.
I cast a spell to bring my eyes back to their normal color. And then they
Things
immediately
we know about Luke Dash. He
canceled over
rocks in
and
his
went
sleep. He occasionally
into,
pees himself, and
become
he's
red
colorblind.
again.
Man, I feel like there's definitely something we're missing. But all right, go on. Continue.
Can I so like after hearing that, I guess I come to a comfort knowing that I'll be able to get Nakama back. So can I just tell Fen to stop? Unless Fen completed the spell?
Can you tell Fen to stop?
Do you
Yeah,
want
I mean,
my
I've
sword?
already
Oh, it's your-
stabilized him.
Oh, so he's still alive? So is he alive again?
He's stabilized.
So,
he doesn't have any hit points then. He's just stabilized. He's not dead.
yeah, so spare the
So you have to
dying.
do
You touch a living
Death
creature that has
saving throw.
0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
So the spell appears to have gone into Nakamo, but you do not sense him breathing yet, nor do you sense a heartbeat. But you visibly watched the energy exchange between the beings. but you have not seen the return of a heartbeat, nor have you seen a return of breathing.
So I would be getting really confused at this point because that's never not worked for me. So even though I'm exhausted, can I channel divinity and speak to my god? See if there's anything she'll do?
Sure.
Sure, he says.
Sure.
Can I, as she's doing this, can I let her know that my goddess, now, can you answer this, Mike? Did both of my goddesses say this, or was this one of my goddesses? I don't need to know who, but was it one or was it both?
You are unsure if it was one or both. You heard one voice when you heard one voice talking to you. You did not hear a second different voice.
Wasn't like doubled up, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like double echoey. But you are unsure of which of the goddesses that you are. It's not that you follow them, but you are attuned to them, right? Like you understand their teaching.
Okay.
But you're not devoted to either of them.
Okay. Can I just let her know that a goddess spoke to me?
Before I cast it, I would ask like hypes, like, do you want? Is there something else you'd like me to try?
I let the party know that Nakama's no longer here on this plane, on this grassy plain we call Earth or Dragonfall. Sorry, and that the goddess spoke to me and told me that there's a way to get him back. So we'll move on. And
what are you channeling here, Fen?
Oh, he told me not to.
Oh, okay.
I offered, like, would you like me to do it? Like, is there anything else I could do to help? Would you like me to try?
Yeah.
And that's what he said. I was told.
Yeah. I say we're good. I'd like to grab the collar that Nakama had, and I'd like to put it in my inventory.
Are you leaving the body, or are you bringing the body?
I would like to ask Luke Dash if he can haul the body, but I'd still like to take the collar and put it in my inventory.
I got Nakama.
Awesome. I appreciate you.
Like a baby goat.
Baby goat.
Mika.
This 3-foot tall dog that weighs 80 pounds is just on Luke Dash's back, which is not a big deal because he's a giant half orc who's very strong. It's just some extra carrying.
I'd like to bury him somewhere, peacefully around nature, preferably around like a grove or something like that, you know?
Okay. So as your party resumes their journey after seeing Nakama fall to the wayside, the sun is beginning to come up. It's beginning to warm up a little bit, and you see the walls of Tilicultry in front of you, the harbor town, the trade commerce, the central of trade for the Belinaw continent begins to show as you begin the last leg of your journey around the peninsula. And as you begin to approach the walls of the town, you expected to see some guards standing watch at the gates, but you do not find any. You guys just waltz on in?
Can I investigate to see if there's anything I would notice that would be off?
Sure.
Would that be an investigation?
Yep.
Nat 20, baby! 21.
I should stop rolling and just have you guys do everything.
It looks like there's ships in the harbor. As you're approaching the town, it looks like there's ships in the harbor, and you can kind of hear the sounds of people moving around and talking inside the town. Doesn't seem like anything's off. Just there's nobody at the gates right now.
I don't
Guess we can just go in.
notice anything that weird, you guys. Everything sounds fine. It doesn't seem like this town's overrun by zombies or on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it really can't be any worse than our last two towns. But I bet they're probably just on lunch or something. Let's just go in. We're allowed to go in anyways, so.
Yeah, I got you.
So you guys just push the gates open and walk on in?
I'm super exhausted, and I just want to find someone that can help me relieve some of the curses on this helmet. So I would continue in.
Okay. As you push the doors open, you are greeted with the familiar smells of a harbor town, right? It smells like fish and
Good morning, ladies.
salt.
Hell yeah.
But
Can hear the
Demi and Brood, you've been here before.
Yeah.
In fact, all of you have been here before. You all landed at Tiliculture. It's the center of commerce for the continent. You know, all of the transfers between continents will go through Tiliculture. You've all been here before when you were heading towards Bayview. Even the ones of you who aren't part of this aren't from this continent. And as you look around, you see just an enormous amount of people compared to what you thought what you remembered it being before. There is 4, 5, 6 times as many people in this town right now than there were before. And it doesn't appear to be like, oh, everybody's out of their house all at once. There is an overrun. The town feels overrun just from walking inside the gates, that there is just way too many people here.
Do they look like immigrants? Or like not immigrants, refugees?
Are people like
Make
trying
a
to
perception
leave?
check.
Perception?
I would also like to. Well, actually, no.
You can give Fen advantage, or you can make a perception check yourself.
Got a dirty
You are
20.
at disadvantage. You're at disadvantage
her
because you're
advantage.
exhausted.
Okay.
Give her
all
Yeah,
right.
I'll give her advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
give her. So your dirty 20 stands.
Okay.
They look like the couple of people that you saw in Harborview that came from Ginsu. Or I'm sorry, they look like the couple of people you saw in Ginsu who came from Bayview. It looks like everybody here is that there's 5 to 1, like beaten down and tired and ragged and nowhere to go, almost homeless looking people in this town just lining the streets that were not here a couple of weeks ago when you came through this port town.
I'd like to.
And
Oh, go ahead.
nope, go ahead. Whatever. What do you want to do?
I was gonna say I'd like to walk up to someone who looks of sound mind and just ask them what's going on here. Like, why is there so many people? Are people trying to leave the island?
So you walk up to this young-looking dwarf who appears to be about the same age as you. He's got this jet black hair and this relatively short stubble beard, but he does have a little, it's all brought together in the front. He's got these piercing green eyes and freckles all along his face. It looks like he's wearing like some leather armor. Like you would expect him to kind of be able to hold his own. As you walk up to him and ask him like what's going on,
Can I
Kind of
speak
looks
to
up
him
at
in
you with
Dwarvish
just,
as I do this?
sure,
Cool.
absolutely. So you ask him in Dwarvish, like what's going on? Why is there so many people here? And he just kind of looks at you, and as he looks up at you, you notice that like there's just these deep bags under his eyes. This dude looks like he hasn't slept in like 4 days, and he just looks exhausted. And he just says to you, "Mate, Bayview just fell apart. I was up there for the dance, and everybody told me, we ran to Eagle Song, and they told us to come to here, and there's all these people. They're from here. They're just, it's been a mess. This whole continent's falling apart, and then the Federation's dying. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know what to do."
I'm sorry this is going on, man. Is there someone here that I can speak to that is like the head honcho of the operations here?
Take us to your
Yeah,
leader.
mate. Yeah, mate. They're heading out supplies in the town square. Like, I don't know who it is out there, but like, just go see them. They'll get you straightened out. Like, there's enough food to go around for a day or two, and they're working on getting us all back to our homes, but there's not enough boats, and I'm trying to figure out how I can get back home and see my family. And he just starts crying. He just starts weeping. I just miss him so much. Just
I put
tears
my
are streaming
hand
down
on
his
your
face.
shoulder and I just acknowledge his sadness and then ask him for a name.
My name's Bounty.
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 I just tell him that hopefully nature will guide his path, and I wipe his tears, and then I give him a little slap on the cheek, like a gentle little, that and a smile, and tell him to cheer up, and walk back to the party and tell everybody that where the
before you leave, as you slap his face, he grabs around the back of your head and pulls you in forehead to forehead and says, "I recognize a Badlands man from anywhere. Tell my family I love them.
I
And
ask
let's go of you."
I ask him, how can you tell?
He just lets go of you and sinks back down and falls back down. He just looks exhausted, like he doesn't want to talk anymore.
Okay. I walk back to the group and let them know that we need to talk to the head guy who he said is further down towards you said the docks, right?
Yeah, what
No, the
exactly
town
are
center.
we looking for?
Oh, the town center.
I just want you to know that Lugdosh was sitting there the entire time where you were speaking Dwarvish or whatever, and was just doing the whole head nod, going back and forth with you guys.
Like he knew what was going on, right? Like,
Yeah.
like someone who doesn't speak Spanish while two
Lucas.
Spanish people were talking.
Yeah, exactly. That was it.
I'm like, do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Oh, okay. And I just give him a high five. I'm like,
Yeah.
give me a high five, Luke Dash.
Roll for high five.
Roll for a high five. Shit. D20 or what?
Ask God.
God. Can we
You guys
roll
are able
for
to high
athletic?
five without. You know what? Both of you roll a d20.
It's the dumbest shit.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 12.
Luke Dash, you go to high five Hypes and you miss and you smack him square in the face. And Hypes, you take 1 point of damage.
Oh,
From Luke Dash missing the high five because you're at waist level and him just smacking you in the face with this ungodly strength.
Y'all stupid.
Can roll for high five,
I know.
assholes.
Oh
I
my God.
already told the group where we gotta go to see what for information, because we don't know why we're here. We were just told to go here, right? Oh wait, no, we had a reason.
Well, we were originally coming here because I was being forced to marry Peter Rhodes.
Correct. There we go.
Here for a wedding.
I thought it was a quest from a bounty board.
You always think it's a quest from a bounty board. You've been playing too much Baldur's Gate.
Heist, make a perception check real quick.
Ooh.
I didn't make a joke. Am I in trouble?
No, we'll see.
What the hell? I was just making a joke. 11.
Nah, you don't see any bounty boards laying around as you're walking through town.
Okay. All right. So are we good to go look for the head honcho further down in the town center?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the party. I'm like, do you guys want to go?
I need to find someone who can remove some curses or at least remove this helmet from me.
We should go speak to like. we should go speak to this guy and see where we can go from there.
I only did that side because I'm compelled to put it on, so I have to fight with everything I have to not have the helmet taken off of me as well. So it's kind of like really fucked up for me. Oops.
Onward.
Okay, so you guys start heading towards the town center.
So where are we headed?
Town center.
To the town center, right?
Yeah.
Is it the center of the town?
The center of the town, where some would say the town is central. It's the central part of the town.
Guys, I think this is our stupidest episode yet.
No.
It might be.
Oh no.
No, I think it is.
There's been.
Nah.
This has been stupid.
Dude, there was a dramatic point
so
when
as-
my dog died. I had to like say goodbye to my dog, dude. I was so depressed.
So as the party begins their journey through the town, you come out of. There's buildings lining this one street that entered town, and it's this nice paved cobblestone pathway that both Brood and Demi are very familiar with, will lead to the center of the town. And as you walk up to the end of this row of houses, this grand central plaza opens up in front of you, where there's these 10 steps down into this fountained area that has the port onto the to your like 10:30, 11 o'clock area. The port is off to that side. On the other side, it's like commercial inns and hotels and restaurants and all these businesses off to that side. And as you were walking down, it was kind of residential and a couple like small shops here and there. But you enter this grandiose plaza with this ornate fountain with fish coming out and spraying water everywhere.
Island, but with a fountain.
Yes, that's a great way to describe it. It's this overwhelming port that you've all have been to. You've all have traveled into this area, but some of you have just gone through it in passing. But as the sun begins to come out, the clouds have started to part, and the sky opens up for a nice, beautiful morning. And as you look out over the plaza, you see these two lines of people that are meeting in the middle, right around this fish fountain, at these tables where, Demi, you recognize Gifford is standing there. Gifford Rose is standing in the middle of the town square behind one of these tables, handing out what appears to be food to these two long lines of people that span the rest of the plaza and even begin to like wrap back around to where you started. And that is where we will end today.
Are there anyone in the line of food who I could maybe I'll get their food for them? I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Wanted to call back
Did
to
you-
that.
Reactions again?
Did you say Demi recognizes or Fen recognizes?
Demi recognizes the guy in the middle.
And there's 3.
There are 2 tables with each with like 3 or 4 people at them, and Demi immediately recognizes one of the people standing there as Gifford.
3 to 4 people.
Gifford. The big red dog.
Demi, you would remember Gifford as Peter's father if you did not know that already.
Yes.
What session is this?
11.
What session number is this? 11?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's 12.
No. I've been writing
sure?
it down every time.
I mean, they're labeled on YouTube based on what session they are.
I actually wrote notes.
Yeah.
This time.
Maybe I missed one. Oh, I missed one, didn't I?
You might have.
In my head,
I
thought
missed
we
one
were
in the
on like 6.
beginning.
Yeah, I think you were gone for one.
Oh, but if we made our own podcast, we'd have 5,000 episodes.
All right.
No, we would
Are
have
we-
11.
Are we cutting
This
it?
is not what we would have.
Are we cutting it?
That's what we're gonna call it today, though.
All right.
But that's where we're gonna stop today.